What's up, everybody? We're going to do a weekly update on Clay Nation, Claymates. Let's get into it right now. So, of course, the past couple of days, there's been like a sort of setback in terms of the Cardano price and across other cryptocurrencies as well. But we're not even going to look into that. We're going to look into just Clay Nation all by itself. So, the resources or the sites that I use to kind of look at Clay Nation and whatnot are the following: Token Ref. Just mainly use that to see like the floor price, the sales data, most importantly the 3-day rolling floor of the floor price. Next is Clay Nation, where you can see like the rankings of each of the Claymates, what it's it being sold for, etc., etc. Another new thing that I just recently found was the jpg.store. It's essentially another marketplace to buy CNFTs. This is like another good one. I think it includes smart contracts. So once you see a Clay Nation that you want to buy, you can buy it immediately and not wait 24 hours or wait until the seller decides to sell. This is pretty much instantaneously or instant when you want to buy a Clay Nation or any CNFT on this sort of marketplace. And of course, always looking on Twitter and always looking on Discord, because that's where you get like real time information regarding this project. So let's get into it. So again, the floor price right now is 1,149 ADA, and if you convert that to cash, of course, right now at this moment, November 28th, 2021, each ADA, each coin, translates to $1.59. So it definitely went down. Floor price has been stable at this point. So let's take a look at the 3-day floor. So if we go into Token Ref and you go to sales data, we're going to see that the 3-day floor has dropped a little bit. So again, ever since the Halloween drop, it went down, right? But then according to Token Ref, again, if you're on YouTube watching this, you can get a good indication. But if you're listening to this on a podcast, I'll try to be as thorough as possible to get a better depiction of it. So on November 2nd, all the way until November 18th, the floor price was sitting around 1,000 ADA. It's been pretty flat, pretty consistent, and then there's like a small spike up, and then it went down, and then it's kind of stabilizing a little bit at 950 ADA. But then again, the rolling floor or the current floor is 1,149, and that is actually updated hourly on Token Ref. So if I were to legit sell my Clay Nation for like 500 ADA, that would be the new floor price, and that's why the 3-day rolling floor is very important, because you get the 3-day floor is better to get a better indication as to what the actual floor is, right? Kind of like an average. So we can see the top recent sells. So November 28th, Clay Nation number 2561. Let's see what Clay Nation it is. It is a Clay Nation with a captain, sort of like a superhero cape, green hair, no eyes, a unibrow, and a necklace, a dog collar. Let's see the ranking. The ranking is actually 541, so that's pretty rare. And it was sold for 2,500 ADA. And this is pretty interesting because back in September 13th, the 13th of September, it was sold for 1,000 ADA, and then sold for 999 ADA on October 8th, and then sold for 1,800 ADA the day after. I don't know if that was done within wallets, any manipulation there, but we're seeing that the price of this particular crypto, the CNFT, this Clay Nation, did go up. It looks pretty cool, looks pretty rare. And the funny thing, this guy's just playing around. But the listing right now, this guy put it as 8 million, around 8 million ADA. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. This guy listed it for over 8 million ADA. This guy's bugging out. I don't think anyone's gonna buy that. Anyways, that's that. That's the highest sell point or sell as of the 28th of November, right? If you go to CNFT Tools, which they kind of actually updated their website, it looks a lot more clean compared to the other ones. And that's the funny thing about everything regarding NFTs and these new websites and tools. These things are constantly being updated, and there's so many bugs, and it's slow, and you can kind of see these live sort of complaints on Discord and Twitter, um, and we'll see a lot of people gravitating. Even Clay Nation sort of retweeted and opted in for the jpg.store for people to buy these their Clay Nations because it's a lot more seamless. It's a lot more there's less resistance in terms of buying their Clay Nations. Um, so again, if you want to buy Clay Nation, if you want to analyze which ones you want to buy, or maybe get something that's bang for your buck, definitely going on CNFT tools is a great way because if you want to like a green, for example, a green Clay Nation with a blue background and a necklace, you can kind of get an idea of what that is going to cost, right? And again, you kind of filter it through the color of your Clay Nation, its traits, etc., the ranking of it, and seeing, okay, how much is this being sold for and what can I sell mine for if you indeed want to sell it or maybe even buy it, right? So CNFT tools is definitely a great way to look into that. If you want to save money, I think another great way is to negotiate on Discord. They have right here on Discord in their Clay Nation channel, they have a trading sub channel um, where you can kind of negotiate. You can see what people are willing to sell. You can negotiate maybe and save some ADA and compared to just going on JPEG or CNFT Marketplace and buying a Clay Nation like that, right? But then again, you have to be careful with people trying to scam you. That's the only downfall of that, and that's why I try to stay away from it. But if you know what you're doing, definitely go on it and save some money, negotiate, and so on and so forth. So now jumping into this new site that was discovered last week and that was retweeted by Clay Nation. So if we go to their Twitter account, I think they retweeted it a couple of times, but on November 25th, they retweeted something from the jpg.store, um, meaning that it's good. It's cool with them. Again, what they said on this retweet or what they retweeted was to win the Clay Nation 1100 ADA, buy or list any NFT on our marketplace in the next 72 hours, right? So they're definitely promoting JPEG or jpg.store to sell and buy your Clay Nations. Again, the floor price on this, according to this, is 1,320 ADA. There are currently 3,716 owners and a total of 10,000 items, right? The lowest one you can buy right now is 1,320 ADA. That is Clay Nation 8,004, right? That's the cheapest one you can get right now. Again, the cost of ADA is pretty cheap, or cheaper, under $2, so it could be a great opportunity to buy. Again, this is not financial advice. If you like this project and if you're looking to get in, I think right now is a perfect way to get in. Another cool thing is that during the holidays, the Clay Nation and the team are trying to raise money for their project, the London bus project that they're having. I think they're trying to roll out like a good number of buses to go around London with the Clay Nation banner on it. And the way they're doing this is that they're accepting donations. They're selling really rare, they're auctioning really rare pieces that they've made. So, for example, they have like these new pets, the dog and cat. So this is what they're saying on their Discord. Who's a good boy? These adorable little guys have dropped off with us to support the bus campaign. That's what it's called, the bus campaign. They're looking for a new home. They were part of our original or our early animated series. 75 cats and 94 dogs were bought at the time in our pet shop back in spring. Type any number in this channel to place a bid. So this started in November 24th, and it ends or already ended in the 26th of November. And the floor price of this was zero ADA, and auctions were put in place for these cats and dogs. So if you scroll down, you see that the bid, the person who won this was quarter water number 6991. Looks like they won it for 850 ADA for the dog, and they're using this money to fund the bus campaign. And they're doing this along with other NFTs in their ecosystem, and it's accepting donations. And they actually have this on their website. Let's actually hop on their website. You will get better details of what their campaign is all about. And it's really cool because they're really being active in their marketing and throwing the name out there for the world to see, right? So if you go to claynation.io, hit enter, and then we go to, let's see. Oh, isn't it here? We got the clay paper. Actually, you go to the Claymates website. You go to claymates.org. Actually, isn't that here anymore? Yeah, that's one thing that can be very confusing between Claymates and Claynation, like which one's which. I always regard like Claynation as the OGs or the ones that everyone wants to get, because that will get you access to the their exclusive sort of membership zones on Claynation in general, right? If you have a Claymates, you're not going to be accepted in. You need a Claynation to do so. Um, so that's definitely going to be exciting once that gets released. Again, I made a video on what the Claynation is about and what their upcoming projects are going to be. Again, each time you buy a Claynation, it doubles as an entry to an exclusive member zone with a festival atmosphere. What does that mean exactly? We don't really know, but it's definitely you get a lot more insights on the in the clay paper. So let's type in this um, Clay Nation bus campaign. I think they're like almost 50% funded. They're definitely pushing it out on social media, on Twitter and Discord. But let's go look on. Let's go to their Twitter. Okay, this is what it looks like. They have the banner of the Clay Nation on their bus. They actually have like so many different NFTs that they're auctioning out to raise money. And there we go. I found it. The link is claynation.io.claymas. I think I just missed it. But this is what they're trying to do for their campaign. Let's read it. So the promotion will take form of a T-shaped advertisement placed on the exterior of hundreds of circulating London buses. That's hundreds. The design will be similar to the T section displayed on the Clay model below and our DIY mockup at the bottom of the page. So you have to take a look at the YouTube video to see what I'm talking about, or I'll put this in the show notes so you can get a better sense or an idea of what I'm talking about, or just reading, right? So you can actually contribute with ADA or Bitcoin, right? And what's cool about it is they kind of added a gamification to it, because the largest 15 and 15 random contributors will be airdropped an exclusive NFT. The number one donor will receive a physical gift box. So whoever gets this box, I hope they make a video, because that'll be so cool, right? And they have like all these other NFTs that are really kind of to airdrop. It's really cool what they're doing with this project, and people just want to collect these NFTs, and why not just drop, a bag or two to get that exclusive NFT, and maybe it can be resold for a lot more. But they have, let's see right here. The campaign has been front run of pop-up pockets and is confirmed to go ahead of 13th December for 3 weeks. So they have a couple of weeks more to fully fund this campaign, this bus campaign. I don't know how much more they need. Hopefully they accomplish it. But I think they will. 100 buses. If they can't do 100 buses, then maybe they can do like 50 or 75. I don't know. But hopefully they're definitely keeping us up to date with how much they've raised. But again, they have a sub channel on their Discord called London Bus Auctions. They kind of describe the auctionings they have for their NFTs. But if we go to their actual chat, maybe they'll actually express more on this project, because again, Clay Nation on the Discord channel, you get a lot more live information. So yeah, just going on Twitter and Discord, you learn a lot of what's going on, because sometimes the actual team members, the founders, will be on this chat and giving us live information on the spot, so we can get a better understanding of where this is going. But yeah, that's basically a summary of this week for Clay Nation Claymates. Is that the floor price is around what we're seeing now, according to TokenRef, 1,149 ADA, but the 3-day rolling floor, the rolling 3-day floor is around like 1,200 ADA. The CNFT Tools website just changed. That's in terms of aesthetics. The that store is where you can buy these new Clay Nations. Not new, but you can buy the Clay Nation with the smart contract. Um, there's just a less path to resistance compared to CNFT Marketplace. This can be a better way to buy it, potentially. Definitely look at both. And then they would have the Clay Nation Claymas, where they're trying to raise money for their bus campaign to set out 100 buses across London, and they're doing that with auctionings of their NFTs, of their original series, and through other NFTs that they have. So that's it. We're gonna see in the next couple of days, next week, how it goes, if they fully funded it, and maybe we can get some pictures during the holidays, like once what is it? It's like mid-December, in Christmas. It'll be really cool to see these buses out in the streets of London. So we'll definitely get some pictures at some point. So with that being said, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed the show. And if you have a Clay Nation, congrats to you. And just hodl it. Maybe, yeah, we'll see. So anyone who has a Clay Nation, congrats. Hopefully we'll see you in the Clay Nation sort of exclusive membership zone. That'll be really lit. So until next time.